in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shaka clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, destroyer, the one gone beyond, destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, God and knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shaka clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shaka clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. But, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth. You paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, is in the 3 worlds. Winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With a supreme science, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated, who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of false, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of gods, protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heaved, curd like cloud, whole of Samdrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, I enthroned lotus the moon, stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith, your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Present offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offering set out and envision, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence-full. O protector from death of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Guru, from than wisdom, cloudlessly masked in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all and doctrine, and may it make venerable Sangdrapas essential teachings especially shine forever. Migme sewe chen racing, dream kempe wampo champel Dupu malu jom se sangwe kang chen kepe sukye song kapa lo sandra pe shab so wade. Oh glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and oh, glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Bocha Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. In the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination, At that very time, the superior Ishvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Ishvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Ishvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineages wish to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness and inherent existence of them. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics, that is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no eye element, and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth up to no aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no past, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the equal to the unequal mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata, gate gate, paragate, parasam gate, balisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Vishara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child, the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Vishara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, host of the three places, Dakinis. Tayata gate gate parasam gate buddhi soha. Through the power of the truth of the exalted three jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity such as the four Amaras be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness here right now. Sashi Poki Jukshi Meto Dramri Robling Ji Needed Yen Party Sangye Jingdu Big Sogi Chomnala, Jamshu Bardu Gyagi Kapsuchi, Taki Chunin Kepe Sonamgi, Drola Penche Sange Drupashog, Chodak Sogi Chomnala, Jamshu Bardu Dagi Kapsuchi, Taki Chunin Kepe Sonamgi, Drola Penche Sange Drupashog. Chodak Sogi Chomnala, Jamshu Bardu Dagi Kapsuchi, Taki Chunin Kepe Sonamgi, Trola Penche Sange Druparsho.
Oman Pamo. You guys recite mantra? Oman Pamo? Good. How many? Couple thousand? Couple thousand?
How long are we going to count them?
Until Friday.
Until Friday.
Yeah. We done Bumnishit subject. Kadro. Bumnishit subject. Ah. Kadro. 2.8 million. Yeah. Mantras. Mantras. Yeah, 2.8 million, something like that.
How many do you want?
100 million. Sayatu. Mane tongu chilana. Tongu sayate kare. 1 billion. Right? 1 billion.
Trillion.
A billion is 1,000 million.
1,000 million, I don't know.
A billion is 1,000 million.
10.
We have ways to go.
We almost said 3. We almost said 3 million, and you're asking us to do 1,000 million.
No, it's good, We have reached that, but how much we can is good. Without doing this action, maybe just a couple 100,000, but not like that. If you have some count, then everybody can more effort. Then it's good. Also, Tibetan has a very, very small mouth, very fast hand. You guys have, I think, mouth is same, maybe same count and same mouth. Anyway, it's very good, for everyone. Put some impulse, try, It's wonderful. Good. Anyway, last week, 2 days, we are very busy here. Very lot of activities go. It's good to Sagadawa. It's something meaningful Sagadawa. Whatever we do, some practice, virtuous activities going on, that's good, meaningful. Also meaningful life, meaningful Sagadawa. Right? I hope so. Anyway, don't think jobs. Okay. Oh, he wants some plug-in. I try to everybody just push a little bit how much they can to something to, virtuous activity, different kinds. Then also we're going to, prepare to Sagadawa Friday. Then also this good awesome, way or people can take exam, next time, follow like that. Some whole religions come together to pray, to do some activities. This looks good, it's good. But that's not easy, there are a lot of things to do. Then also being patient. Sometimes I change a lot of things. Today say that, or tomorrow like that change. But also no big thing change. Then, yeah, it's good, Today I went to some Thai temple. There are 500 monks. They're huge, humongous Gomba, humongous temple. Maybe same size as the State House, the Massachusetts State House. 500 monks. I think today I went there, maybe whole city police there, the lot of polices. Yeah. Anyway, like that, I think it looks this country like a lot of Buddhism activities going. Hope maybe something good. Hope so they all go to good walk, good way. That sometimes the religions makes more difficult, more fight each other. Then who follow their religion, then all follow like that. Therefore, all religions come together, then they all follow the religion, also go their direction. It's very easy. Therefore, I think it's big chance if all religions very, very friendly, especially the religious leaders more close, then it's possible to bring the more peace of world. What do you think? Maybe not. Because sometimes people listen a law of maybe, how you call it? Ministers and the teachers. Ministers in that country or that town, and there may be chief or father or teacher or the religion. Maybe they listen more the religions, leaders, right? If you are the religious person. Therefore, I'm thinking, if all religious leaders become more close each other, then it's possible more peaceful. We cannot control complete peaceful world. I don't know, today my voice something wrong. Like that. Anyway, it's good things happen, Sagadawa is multiply month. Everywhere there's something to do, then we all enjoy. Then strive to go Lord walk. Then hope so everybody hard working. I believe I have all of you guys do. I know. If something start, then everybody can walk. If nothing start, then just stay there. Look good, anyway. Then what you say? Whatever we think to do, try to set up the best motivation before they start. Then we're doing that, the action time, then sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes get angry, sometimes, too many things to going on, no time to thinking. But before you start, then we can to benefit all sensibilities. I'm going to join this activity. I'm doing this activity. They all go to the Mahayana practice. It's go to cause of the Buddhahood. Then same activity, you say, oh, this is for peaceful life, maybe happy life for my. Then the result be when you are gone, then the result be gone. If you dedicate for benefit all sentient beings, then in limitless sentient beings you get merit. Therefore, very depends our motivation. It's very important. Like that, Then, you know, oh, Buddha gave for 3 times teaching because the 3 kind different followers or students. Therefore, he cannot teach just one. That's it. Therefore, we say Buddha is very knowledgeable. Correct? Skillful for the give the teachings to people, students. Even someone do the big mistake, they say, okay, it's good. Then he try to slowly fix. For us, we taught to something better that they go to wrong direction. Also, if very easy to just say one word to people make up or down, right? Also special this area here, this country, people are very easy to upset down. Like baby's mind. Right? That shows, you guys here that people have very, good things happen or easy to, they grow up. They don't have any difficult situations, then they think their whole habit, they don't have many experience, difficult things, Therefore, easy to up, down. Therefore, how much you have easy to change your mind or easy to upside down, then you have there can't problems, there can't sufferings. Right? This is true or not? If you are very open mind, you don't care much things, just then because the word or this problem cannot harm you, because you are more strong. And therefore always try to, it's samsara. Nothing happen good things. Something like this. It's nature. If something wrong, then if you think about this, your karma, then you are more, more relaxed. Because you think about karma. It's who created the karma? I created the karma. Then now results here. Therefore, if you think about karma, then you're more peaceful. Especially if we are getting old. Maybe we cannot walk, something, then you think of the karma, then you're more peaceful life. Therefore, also you have something to activity practice, then you're more relaxed, more because you keep your mind more busy. Some that Tibetan paramalas have all that they doesn't finish it to practice. They're not thinking too much, time to other things. Then you don't have to you cannot walk, you cannot do other things, nothing to do, just stay there. Then maybe you don't like to watch TV, then you just say you're thinking, then you're going on all out to the mind. Therefore, you do some practice, you some read, you thinking, then your mind be more busy there. There's that way. Therefore, you're more relaxed, more peaceful. Therefore, always, important to thinking more relaxed, more open mind, more, big heart. Sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes difficult job, sometimes easy job. It's nature, Anyway, therefore, Buddha gives us 3 different teachings for complete different views people. Complete different views. Because that people have different thoughts, different beliefs. He just teaches for whatever they think, whatever they wish. Then they teach more, then study more, then more thinking, then change, then they say, oh yeah, like that, but you have to go more. You go more. Therefore he, take step by step like that. Then for us also, you guys also don't think about all the time, they talk about the same things. This is more important. Thinking more. Karma is very important. You are very understand to karma, then everything in your mind very easy. You can accept. You can do the control, or you can keep your mind more peaceful. When we say whatever we have karma, then we have to go there. Then you don't think it's a karma, then something bad has happened. We cannot unacceptable things. Then we got very upside down, right? Therefore, try to karma is very important thinking. Then these texts also talk about special, specific. If you have this happen because you did the cause like that, very specific, Usually all the different activity, different things have their own specific cause. But, therefore, this text say, like that, therefore you have this happen. Like that, therefore you have this happen, Therefore, they read this text also more again. Then another text, 35, 37 practice bodhisattvas, also very important, very meaningful. It's not difficult, read like that. It's, slowly. Okay? Like that. I think today my voice something wrong. Really? For me, look like dry. This is my karma. Or maybe today I talk a lot. Or oh, thank you. You knew I have some problem. I think she has a clear voice. Yeah, oh, I can keep this. I have this candy that I didn't bring down. She have that maybe. She has. Oh, you have more? No. Anyway, therefore also, when you study, when you think this, even you study or you walk, always slowly, takes time, non-stop. This is important. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, one couple of weeks is not working. First we have to put here, then we have to thinking. Shantideva said, if you are, more useful, everything is more easy, Therefore, that kind of things, we have to think more than very important. Okay? Then I'm not talking too much in different ways. We can go to the text. Now here we ask her to, we ask Dharma protectors, for help, for things to going well, even there any obstacles to give way, some, Theravada tradition, they always pray. They say first they pray to Dharma protectors to, help for us to any activities, keep any obstacles to away from us. Then if you help for others, then we offer for your food. Then they food offering. For us also, we always, before we eating, offering for Buddha. Right? We say, first our food is a pure food, or offering for Buddha, pure rota, samakchit. Then we eat also all our body has a lot of activities. Also, sometimes some monks, after they eat, they keep a little bit peace. They do something, then they blow the amount by mouth, they throw out. They also show us to give the any virtue, spirits for give the food. Like that, most, Buddhism also there. The lot of activities very similar. There's some things that are different, but doesn't matter. Anyway. Then we have a lot of obstacles because we have not enough the merit. Therefore, we need also Dharma protectors. Therefore, we pray for also them. Then we have also Mahakala, Adalamo. Sometimes we pray. Then for them to help for us to stop our any obstacles like that. Okay. Then now we go to the text. The text verse 54. Okay. Then surgeon yedam to shinjishi. Kowa legend damze jawaye. Ledan yumutungi. Jalwaye. Tata nyed shasha tredo.
So, the verse 54, it says, "Approach, great tutelary deity Yamantaka. I beseech you at this very moment to rip to shreds this leather sack of actions and 5 poisonous afflictions that mar me in the mud of worldly actions."
Ta layans na ta so kanji surgeon yedam ta 양조 다 띵해라 다 마모 메서 와서 저 양조에 딱 그래서 라야 예담라 낸데지 다 거다 낸데지 다도 데모지는 거 말이에요. 아니 제 투테와 친구거네. 아니 다처럼 내가 배로 나왔어. 봐. 아니 마치라라 시와자에 두서 봐. 마치라라 로파 시게 두서 봐. 서전 아니 예담 조시 시했나. 당마치라 양조 시와자에 두서 봐.
And so it says approach, so asking, requesting to come. So earlier you already made the request, and then you're making this request again. Making the request again. It says to the great tutelary deity Yamantaka. It says, "I beseech you," and it says, "I have a request to make to you."
다 가르쳐야 되나? 다 코와 레진 남자 자와 나다. 아니 나장 코와 토마면에 다디바데 랭이면 남제지. 이제비 레단 요모 등이 용서 가비. 다 진든지 자와. 다 다드쳐도 다. 알아.
So it says, "I beseech you at this very moment to rip to shreds this leather sack of action and 5 poisonous afflictions that mar me in the mud of worldly actions." So that's the request.
알아. 아니 코와 레진드면 남제다. 단 남제 단 남바로 오자 그래도 배나 코와 세든 남바라샤. 되게 남바테나라 다 샘전도 수되나. 딱고야 타게 말 깜바치 하잖아. 깜바치 마서로 깜바치네 찍지 하잖아요. 발주마 마스네. 간징아도야 고마 보통 말어 봤어. 남바나라.
And so it's like it says here, the mud of worldly action. So the mud here is more like a quagmire, right? Where if you step in it, you won't be able to come out. It sinks you down inside of it. And so this is like the worldly action. It's like that, So once you have step into that, then you go more deeper and deeper into the worldly actions.
먼저 나바 침보서나 고마 보이나? 아니 다야 돈도 말어 왔어. 지야 보나 지마 지까마치 했나 까마치 마사는 것도 왔어.
So if you were to walk in the quagmire, then it will be very difficult to come out, right? So if you you lift up one leg, then the other leg will sink. And then when you put the other leg down and then try to lift the other leg, then it will be very difficult. So always sinking down deeper into that mud.
되는데 들린 넘버디 다 된지 다 그러 막 강한선에 저거나 쪼디 쳐러 왔어. 아니 저 넘버냐 저기 다시 왔다 다 디마선으로 왔어. 다 쪼디 쳐들어 왔어. 저되게 다 넘어서 저 왔어.
So it's the mud and the water together, right? In a mixture of the water and the earth together makes the mud that makes beings or animals to sink in.
근데 다 간소 가르치는 다 단드 안에 쪼데 단드지 디왕게 쉬에 아니 뉴모 둥에 다 근데 직 나타나야 직 마다 직 나타나야 직 마다라지는 거 아니 뉴모 둥아 강아지 가디나 가던 게 제제와요 되고 그래서
And so we, as a sentient being, are always caught in the cycle existence, in the worldly actions, and tied by the five poisonous delusions, afflictions, or delusions. And so, if you try to stop one, then another one arises in your mind, and if you try to stop that, then another one, different one rises. So always there's some kind of afflictive emotion keeps on arising in your mind.
그리고 어떻게돼 아니 내차 다 뉴모 둥아 가래 내차 셰당 뜨무 nga지라 차독 된거는 뉴모 둥아라 그래서
And so the five poisonous delusions are the ignorance, the attachment, the hatred. On top of that, pride and jealousy.
그리고 근데 이자 다 된두고 찡인데 제오나 찡 맞잖아요. 찡 제된 것이. 다 간지 가디나 찡 여와로 차대 그래서.
So always like one of them are always present in our mind, manifesting in our mind. If one is not, then the other one is manifesting.
그리고 강간 냠도 빠진 게 제독 말이에요.
Of course, it's not possible for all of them to manifest at the same time.
그리고 근데 인자변나 내장인데 제대로 가라야 다 내장 끝내는데 변나 또 말이 봐또 저보다 뜨무들어서 뜨무.
So the root of all this delusion is the ignorance, right? The self-grasping ignorance. And based on that, then you generate an attachment, hatred, and so forth.
그리고 다 대라드는 내장은 셰당 대라드는 차독 아니 다 그러 맞아 그냥 그러더라고.
And so then from the delusion comes the attachment, comes the hatred, jealousy, pride, ignorance, and so forth. Right?
근데 용도야 변나 미시베 원기 땅을 줄었는데 자또 미시베 온 거라고. 셰당가 원도 소나 아니 동아여 봐 미시네 땅도 셰당가 원도요.
So it all comes because of the ignorance, right? So like for example, when you get angry, we don't know that when we get angry we are not happy or we suffer and so forth. We don't know that. Not knowing that, then we get angry, right?
근데 다 레다 녀무비 짜와서 나 그래. 다 지지선으로 그래 가지고 다 가지. 먼저 가서 다 녹발라이나 오마투 말레고 오마투 룩삭 짜와서 지금 나 루네 마투도 다 tel라베나 들어 짜와서 돼.
And so what does mire means here? Do you know mire, like a stir? Is it same as stir? Mire, M-I-R-E.
Stuck.
Like stuck, yeah, stuck. Okay. 짧아 써야 돼. 그래, 짧아.
짜와 다 나한테 지금 지디 근데 지디 추주지 치나라야. 단 토대와나. 아니 다 틀려 갈 거시 그래서 다 대도 지발은 안 녀모 등에 다 영화들 다 토대에서 와.
Okay. So
지디 추중도 잘 왔어요.
So this is the poisonous delusion. This poisonous, one of these poisonous delusions, and always manifesting in our mind, right? So it all comes based on the basis of the ignorance, So because of not knowing, and we get angry because of not knowing, we get attached and so forth, right? So and so because of these delusions, we are stuck or tied in the cycle existence, in the mud of worldly action or cycle existence.
단데 반응도 지차에 와서 아니 다 녀메 동안 나바나 써거든. 근데 나바나 다 지지 진짜 오는 나바나 다 반도가 말고 콜로코에 메와다 코드는 토대로 왔대 빼래서.
And so if like a vehicle or or a boat were to stuck in the mud, it will not be able to come out, right? So it will keep on slipping and will not be able to come out. So it's just like that, got stuck like that, yeah.
들어와. 근데 이자 다 간조 레년지 방업에 풍본데 아니 깨와단자위 녀모 디wan다 다 땅은 토대서 간다는데 바타고 말들어.
So our this aggregate, that came from the karma and delusion that we have created ourselves, are stuck, in the in the delusions, in the poisonous delusions. Poisonous delusions, so are not able to free from that.
근데 이 말다 다 갈라그러나 간제 nga ledan nyomo ba di yawang da jiwe ta nyomo dunga ta tsude res ba pa tagmen des tinza ta yedam ani jije chana tatana phe ne ba ani tindegi nyomo dunga ta mewa soro chi nga ta trawa naro na se ta so da ba
And
ro tatanye de sheje ta do sorsna tatanye de kan mewa na na se
짤바 세 딘서 마다 저런 타이라데. 짤바 라데 딘서 독지 나오지. 독지 봐. 먼저 가서 잘라루사. 잘라루네 오늘 뭐라 라이다 먼저. 자는 뭐라 나올라.
그래 먼저 잘왔나요? 고마트다 지금. 잘루사시. 고마트다시.
뭐라 나오지.
지난데 뚜루다.
어디다데.
어다 텔라라서 야만에 텔라라서 가지. 다 디나라간다 디나 잘라도 디나 쳐대 와서. 다 대도 지봐야 봐자고 들어와서.
저거
단대지 잘와서 와. 다 단대 디나 것도 쳐대래서 와. 되잖아. 단대로 와. 단대고 고마트는 것도 다 쳐대래든 다고 말했어 봐.
So it is because of this, the five poisonous delusions, right? And so that's that's referring to that as a leather sack. So referring to the action, the karma and the delusions and the five poisonous delusions as a leather sack. And we're making a request to the tutelary deity Yamantaka, to rip or to shed this leather sack, of action and five poisonous afflictions.
되게 레드 다 단지라데 자와데 다 단들어져. 대 단들도 봐 구마가 아니 다 임서 바꿔니 다 디나 땅도 쳐대서.
Leather nyomoshada.
레드 녀모다 다 단들.
And so this leather sack, here is referring to the actions and the five poisonous delusions, right? And we're kind of packed or tied into that leather sack of the actions and five poisonous delusions.
먼저 잘라나래지 되네 구마들 룩샤나다 잘라도 봐. 근데 심진도 어디나 또시는 봐 또는 말어 왔다. 준주대로 봐.
And so if we put something inside that leather sack, regular leather sack, not the symbolic leather sack is talking about here, but in a usual bag or something, if you tie it very tight, then it will not be able to fall, right? The things will not be able to fall out. Or if you tie animal, if you put an animal inside there and you tie it from then animal will not be able to come out of that sack, right?
대단하도 뭐지 벌써 뭐지? 가좀 버티미. 가지 타바트네 고. 거기 뭐지 고나한테 타바는 돈다 콜레네. 타바 깜박깜박 건데 주는 담자 그랬어.
돔. 저
담자기 와서 대도 집에는 나가서 녀모 같은 거 쓰대랬어.
So it's like the spider web. And so when other insects come into that, then it immediately, wraps, with its what do you call that, web? Yeah. So we are wrapped by the web of these delusions and karmas.
Do you guys saw this bug? You know the bug?
Spider.
Right? Spider, right? Yeah. When the sun come, they just because his body have a lot of
Web. Silk.
Then he just complete wrap. I was married of a center, the window, I stay window. I saw that his house there. One bug just went coming there. Then he struck that. Then I didn't saw before was he hiding some there in the corner. He shattered one. He just wrap. Then he didn't kill it on the moment. He just wrap. Then I go out. I just take out. He lived there. He go away. I take out. Then I try to. It's very hard to take. He. What you call? Yeah, he wrapped very, very. Got it. I'll just get them back. 가오자이. 배들 룩사임바. 고치임바. los tuchen. Loso. Dikar tambare. Yeah, okay, tuchen. 대샤쇼. 안에 산이 건너 주 주세요. 두시나. 소모. 세상을 매. 안에 los. Los tu시. They bought socks for Friday. You know, they paid 200 pieces of water, 200 pieces. Apple. Anyway. Yeah, it's like that. 근데 다 간소 아니 다운즈 레단 유모가 다 자와티블 수대서 봐.
Galba.
근데 자와티는 다 구마도 수대서 봐. 구매 배잖아.
And so we are, tied or, packed inside that leather sack, of action and five personal delusions.
아니 바디치라가 또비 자와 나서지 사지제제 건가와 또비 자와 또바가 자와는 다 레단 유모 팅한다. 근데 수대래 스타트 파사나 아니 다 사바다 자치고 거대 동영 그래서 봐.
So it's subject kunno kharsa
또비 자와 나서지 사지제제 건가와
subject jache kunga.
근데서 먹어도 끝내로 하신다 로스.
And so Dharmarakshita, Chandakirti said, so it's, I think, praising to the Buddha.
바디치라.
So Dharmarakshita,
세만난데 저 거들어.
praising to the Buddha, saying the one who has cut the web or the net of the conceptual conceptual thoughts or conceptions or conceptual thoughts, and then and the one who possesses the body of profound and extensive and profound body, to that I make prostrations.
Right? Tane dandangan도 지르모치 들어와. 다한테 짜지되게 부스치 말이 멤베 마신 끊는데 무슨 소용이와. 다한테 짜지되게 부스치.
And also Ramsakava said, trapped inside the the net of the self-grasping ignorance.
당도 다한테 짜지되게 부스쳐야 저기도.
So trapped inside the iron net of the self-grasping ignorance. Do you think you are trapped in that?
간제 간도 지 셜로라 되네 지 랭아에서 내가 지원 삼아라.
So, moment we start to do something, all these delusions will start to manifest, right? To arise. If not, then another one.
Right? It's true. If you're sleeping, maybe they're sleeping. Otherwise, the most always there, right? What in the therefore. 오늘은 단 간지 제네 다다가 받아 제당도 잠을 봐 잔지죠 잠을 지초데 다 레니 뉴모데 말했을 텐데 다 뉴모데 메와서 거 받아 계신 보이 말했을 근데 다때 메와서 나로 나서 된다 소소 예도나 봐 가로다 잡아자 버려서.
So from the time we were born till now, we have all these problems is because of the self-grasping ignorance and the actions that we have created in the past. So we're making, we're beseeching the tutelary deity Yamantaka, to destroy all these poisonous delusions and the actions that cause us all the sufferings.
Okay. Then ganzo ta lada lamada yeno galas ta menum jagor terwa kanji ngachi ta karo loka pa chula korwa naro nas ane ji semjo ane ta chu shinje lawro nas ngazo menum jagor terwa.
So you have to make a request, or in other words, pray, to the deities, to the deities and so forth, to remove all your obstacles, to doing the practice of the Dharma, and bless, to be able to do the practices and so forth.
Okay, that is tanga jung apshiva dindas. Nangavat. Nyeson sumta dunga jajal chang. Jemi shiba jela jugjiba. 부제 또변고란 침세좀 잡다 시민이라 말아야 하세요.
And then verse 55 says, although it has brought me suffering in the three wretched states of existence, not knowing enough to fear it, I rush to its cause. Roar and thunder on the head of the destroyer, false construction, mortally striking at the heart of the butcher, the enemy ego.
오케이. 어제 다 년소 섬더스 다 둥알아 다 그래. 다 그러. 다 년소서 둥알 파 가서 깨셔야 돼. 깨셔에 가서 깨셔. 땅 텔바 땅셔야 돼. 다 텔바 샤셔야 돼. 샤워 가나 아니 디 깨외가 저 다고 저빵 미시보다 다 절라 짜 미시베 아니 다 절라 주디베 온 그래서 하는 거죠. 트레미시바 절라 주디 파스.
So like it says here, although it has brought me sufferings in the three wretched states of existence, not knowing enough to fear it. So it here is referring to again the karma and delusions, right? So that is the one that brought us all these sufferings of the three lower realms.
대단 강조 간지 잠을 받아 간지 잠시 받아 잠을 받아 봐 제샤와도 건도 누워서 간지
And so all these problems and the bad omens or the inauspiciousness and so forth brought to us.
그래봐 그냥 강조 랍트 보고 랍트 봐 제나 랍트 본데 보도 랍트나 되게 그러 봤어.
So if you bring the the child to the school, the child will stay in the school, right?
근데 당하도 레다 녀몸에 왕기 다 가로 다 둥하기 내라파 다 제샤야 들어.
And so we are brought through the state of the sufferings, through the karma and delusion.
근데 쟁이들이 다 레다 녀모와.
Who brought us is the karma and delusion.
그리고 레다 녀모 쟁이 점게들이 말아서.
And who created this karma and delusion is ourselves.
그리고 다 된디 둥하네 쟤네 둥하 가르드나 아니 둥하지 둥하 제외 둥하 차원듯이 둥하 소멸했어.
And so if we are brought to these sufferings, what kind of sufferings are there? There are three kinds. The suffering of pain, suffering of change, all pervasive sufferings.
그리고 년소 섬다 냐와이다 돈로서는 가지고 여러분.
The three wretched states are the the hell, hungry ghosts, and animal realms.
그리고 안에 가로 돈로라 렌식 뜨면 비둥하 아니 예달라 티식 꼼비둥하 냐와라 차는 동하 하스러와.
So the animals have the sufferings of being dumb, stupid, and so forth, and especially the ignorance. And the hungry ghosts have the extreme sufferings of the hunger and thirst. And then the hell beings have the sufferings of the extreme cold and hot.
다티 제와도 가르나 다 잠시 받나 다 셰미시와 셰나라 미시와 대체가 제대 가르나 저 안에 녀모와 두숨 되레나 되게 다 jel라 셰미시바 정오 마시베 제가 저 가려면 오 마시바나 따티 제가 jel라 주기대와 가다 저빵 마시바 jel라 주어서 주어서.
And so like it says here, not knowing enough to fear it. And so when we don't know that these karma and delusion are the one that causes all the sufferings, if we were to know that, then maybe we'd be afraid of that, right? So not knowing enough to fear it, I rush to rush to its causes.
그리고 나도 대 지난 가서 사전에 반년가 나 가서 사전 때 이혼되는 바로 작으러 와서 대단 가서 요미시 말했어.
And so if we know there's a danger on the path, then we'll not go towards that, we'll go around it, and we'll try to skip it, right? Escape it and then go around because we know there's a danger, there's a risk. And knowing that, so if we don't know, then we might go straight into that pit or whatever the risk is there.
그래서 다 가르잖아. 노몬바 내 차시다 뜨무슴지 장와도 저봐 있나? 아니 다 동아요 이제도 싸대게 그래서 근데 다 나서티 동아 이제 싸게와 머신에 다들 반 로사기로.
And so if we are influenced by these any kind of three poisons delusions, and then we always create a cause to experience more and more sufferings.
It's true or not? Sure. Maybe that's not true. And the Shonju Shimna saw it was. And Dewan Dejan, muperanga dewa dartanjo. Marmakaro. Dewa tondo semyaja.
Dungal ta dasem.
Dunga tondo semyaja.
Dungal taldo semyaja.
Dunga tondo semyaja. Dunga jala ngambar juk. Dewa tondo semyaja.
Rangi dewa data.
Ranga dewa dartanjo. Okay. Now I'm. Teneza. Ngazo dunga trevando and trando ani kaso.
Semyores.
Semyores yembayana kadina jeti dunga ge chanja dodogresro. Ane dewa doya semyor dena야 devegi je gewade kadina ta meoso jagres.
And so, just like Shantideva said in his Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life, even though we have a wish to be free from the sufferings, but we always engage in the cause of the sufferings. And even though we wish to have happiness, we always, destroy the cause of happiness if they were our enemies. So we always, destroy the cause of this happiness, and we always create the cause of the sufferings.
Wode tati tsawa maripa danz nganz tate tude geruka kadina.
And so the root of all this, is the self-grasping ignorance. Ignorance, especially the self-grasping ignorance.
Teneda nganzo kadi imbanange jilang rona ndona nyana ta nga samalo ta tambo nga chegdo. Tene shine nge chopo nge chomo nge pama si chinga do pa yongdo tambo kadina nga chegdo was.
And so the first, we generate the I, right? The I is like, myself, I. And then from there, then comes mine, right? My families, my relatives, my friends, and so forth.
What in the tate nor there is sanjik te nor is. Tambo chana nga samda ti samara tene ta chana tam de cha yongero.
And so the grasping at the I at the very beginning, is mistaken, because from that comes all the sufferings, all the problems.
가래서나 전화질랑 nga 슈침보 가서 요와 더 삼지 이제나 더 가서 저랑 가로단 동주제가다 제소제가다 아니 땅가 가서 짜치와 더 가서 아직 대 송접제가 제대다 봐줘라 보이다 땅요 그래서.
So how strong you grasp that I, that much problems you're going to face, that much ignorance, that much neglection there will be towards others. So more you care about yourself, and then more you will neglect the others, right? And so depending on how strong your grasping at the self is, depending on that much more you cause suffering to others.
다 저 렌드 문은 가서 때 소소고 다 담못 당고 렌드에 문도 알아.
And so whether that's true or not, we should check it ourselves.
롱난도 배나 가디임바나 지. 다 소소 강 제와데 소소 강 사마데 따다 인다 직삼도 파조와 지금 넣으셔. 이거 넣으셔. 그거까지 제다 넣어서 그 남자다 넣어도 쟁도 왔어.
And so we always grasp it at the self, and then consider the self being very righteous, and being most important, and so forth, right? And so because of that, and then how strong you think of yourself as being right, that much more you think of others being wrong. Right?
Sure.
So because whatever happens, and if you think, oh, I'm very right, you think then it's completely other person's fault.
Is it
like that?
We have all the problems, where they come from. We always see the faults others, right? Therefore, the problems start. If we don't see others' faults, then no problems, right? It's true. Whatever happens, just we can think very carefully, it's true or not. Any big happen, small happen, something, nothing reason to you, just yourself, you're not happy. Why? Maybe you heard something unacceptable word. That's correct? Unacceptable word. That's good. Oh, thank you. Then or maybe you can saw something. Right? We have to it's true or not. If you think it's not true, then we just forgot. something, I'm not accept like that. I have different idea. Therefore, we have, more tukpa, soup. You put soup, you put anything there, just then mix together. Like that, then we just make more and more. Then we thinking more and more and more. Then we give them many reasons. Therefore, we have just hard a rest of
Generate mind.
generate the mind. Just sometimes check, If you get angry, just check one time. If you get angry, how generate?
How does it arise?
How does it arise? The mind, angry mind. When they beginning. Okay? Just check one time. Maybe jealous. Maybe hatred. How rest this mind? The fourth, something you don't like. Something you don't accept that. Then why I'm not accept that? You think this is not right. This is not true. You think, we think right. Therefore, if sometimes this happen, it's not right that others or maybe fault, but most we have strong inside our deep our mind. They have said, I am the perfect. You think? No, right? What you call it? We think right always. I give some idea. This is best. If something we do and plan something to do, everybody has different ideas. Then the other people will not accept your idea. You're not very happy. Right? I thought my idea is best. Then other person also, read this lot, this many verses that they talk about dance, so dance song was. Then never chimbo.
So it's because of these delusions and the karma, especially the self-grasping ignorance and all other delusions that arise through the self-grasping ignorance.
danza mariba tenire ta teni ngola pa ta traduvet ji karo ta samta de ha ko betni ta ni la pe chog chuan ji na tul somne ro chana gi shanse ni ji ro si somne ane ta me so ro chi si ta sero chi ro ta ka lab ko ro me panda the souls.
So it says in the wretched states of existence, not knowing enough to fear it, I rush to its cause. And so the cause, again, as we talked about, is the self, grasping ignorance, and the other delusions, through which we create the karma. So because of this karma and the delusion, then we go through all these sufferings. So it's basically the self-grasping ignorance, right? Basically the self-grasping ignorance that is the destroyer, of all our happinesses and the cause of all our sufferings. And so here you're making the request to the deity to roar and thunder on the head of the destroyer, the false construction. It says mortally strike at the heart of the butcher, the enemy ego, right? And so it says if you strike at the heart, and then it will it will kill it right away. So if you're to kill animal, then you strike it at its heart, it will kill the animal right away, or even human being right away, right? So just like that, what causes all the sufferings, is the self-grasping ignorance, and so the very heart of the self-grasping ignorance, to strike it at the heart of the self-grasping ignorance, is to understand how the things do not exist, from their one side. So if you understand that, then that will be like a striking at the heart of the enemy, the self-grasping ignorance.
로 먼저 레간도 가르치는 티가 내가도 하고는 레라고 쉬운도 제가 이거스 내가도 하고 하나
And so you have to, if you if you try all many different ways, but trying to realize the lack of true existence, then it will never destroy that self-grasping ignorance, right? And so you have to know what really kills that. So just like anything you do, if you know the exact way to do it, then you'll be able to do it right away, easily. But otherwise, if you try all the different things, it will be only tiring, but will not be able to do the thing that you're supposed to do.
어디 어디 나노지 다 간지에서 남도 다 깨네 단다가 못 받아 간지 아니 다한테 말이 봐 대왕기 아니 다 녀석선로 다 깨치 와레스 되는데 다 단에서티 다한테 말이 봐대 매와 소관으로 받나로 나서야 그러고.
And so since beginningless lifetime, we had gone through all these sufferings many times, especially the sufferings of the three lower realms, and then it's all through the self-grasping ignorance, right? And so now we make a request to the tutorial deity to destroy this self-grasping ignorance for us.
어디 당가도 두치레를 받아 납중가를 받아서 너탑 녀라 접라 쫀디총 샤제 마야 그러고
말해. 좀 아토더라. 기도체라. 대주 처음에 썼어.
마티 간지도
말해.
또 단단하게 선지랑 양손섬데 등아
예.
짜주자 잠시 봐jel라 주바이 본조 또변 걸라
샘세츠.
심심 라제
다다 셰메닝라 말아야.
아니 저도 가르쳐
아니 기도체라. 대주 처음에 썼.
섬어서
어디래?
니발 니는 가르쳐
디 어디라 되는데도 더 다냐라 둘라 손에서.
알레 내가 가드랬지 너탑녀라 접라 쫀디총 샤제 마야 샤제 마라 가양 담았죠 본조 또변 걸라 젠데지 나도 시민이나 말아야지 춘들라 젠도 첼라 대제 처음었어
인지되는 데는 잡시.
등어라 다 나도 강하고 가는 데시다 젠도 첼라 대제 처음었어 바지 당보도 공연도 좋아도 당보 뭐가 되잖아 저도 인지 들어와 너탑 녀라 접라 쫀디총
말해. 기도체라서.
말해
인지되는 기도체라다.
젠도 첼라 대제 처음었어 아니 두세
집어집어서 가려 걸로 신에 키야서.
본체 또 병하는 말이야. 당연히 때로 당연히 마시러 시작하네. 년에 마시러 자. 저런 거 가자 하더니. 너덤녀라 들라톤데 총스. 샤제 마야 가양 담아 줘스. 본체 또 병걸라 말아 쳔다 좀 다지. 이미실라. 말아야.
셰메닝라 말아야.
다데 당은도 당하로 좀 라데 그러더라. 다 존속고 쓰던 거 많이 다더니.
So in the Tibetan text that Geshe is using, the 57 it says the 56, and 56 is like a 57. So we're going to, since he only prepared the 57, so we're going to do that first. So it says, although that which I desire is near at hand, and my effort to achieve it is small, although my projects are many, none of them are complete. A roar and thunder on the head of the destroyer of the false construction, mortally strike at the heart of the butcher, the enemy self.
오케이. 나한테 간절로 응원이라 나도 그랬어. 딱 간절로. 딱 뭐만 정은 딱 간절로 생들라고 그래서.
That's what it means, right? Then in English, that's what it means. So, but actual meaning, what is?
뭐도 아니라.
So, it's something that's very close by.
Close by you.
Close by us, right?
Yeah, by yourself.
Close by us, yeah. And then, by my effort to achieve it is small. So what does that mean?
I'm not doing a lot to get it. You want it to happen, but you're not doing anything to get it. It's close by, you see it, but you're like, it should come to me. I don't want to. So the way to achieve it is small. You're not putting it.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit strange in English. So it says, although that which I desire is near at hand.
It's like the cookies are right up there. They're very close, but I'm not bothering to get up and go eat them. Go get them. And it's just like
So yeah, that's what it sounds like, right? Or that's what it means, when it says here. But actual thing, in the Tibetan text, it means like we want to gain the realization very quickly. We want to gain it very quickly. We want to have it right away, but we don't make the same effort, to get it so fast that as fast as we want. That's what it means. So does that make sense in English? The way it is said in English? A little different, right? So that's why I was thinking. So what actual meaning means, like, we want to have, we want to gain the realization right away, but we don't do the meditation that much. We want to have the realization, but we don't meditate, like that.
그러나 너탁 녀라스는 딱 내외 때문에 간도 딱 개와 출로조 저런 가리거래 아니 샤와주부터면 니제 샴바 아니 수수걸 딱 예담 라이 샤즈부터 당가서 된다로 와서 상제 된다가도 딱 고야 너외 된다대로 와서 너외 된다.
So, if we want to learn something, then we have to make the effort, right, to study and to learn it, We don't want to make so much effort to study, but we want to know everything right away, So that kind of, what do you call that? Expectation. So, anyway, and then when we apply that, to the Dharma, then we want to have the realizations, right? We want to be able to see the deities, and have the vision of the deity and so forth. That's our desire, right? But if we want to have that, then we have to make equal amount of effort, right? But our effort is not that strong. Yeah? Our effort is very small, and our expectation is very high, and our our hope or expectation is very high, but our effort to achieve that is very small.
베나 스칼러 강제 경에 제모 안에 된지 영화라 다 깔려 뭐 자고도 와서 대도 집바지 않았어.
And so to become a scholar, to become a great teacher, you have to study very much, right?
Right, you have to
It's very small.
PhD or professor, you have to learn work, right? Not easy, you just wish. 대도 집바래 다 안zo 가르고 그러잖아. 아니 지금 3년전도 채와야나 로전도 가르치나 다 대근 저버대 아니 빼잖아 소원하지 당간 좀 족보대 고거래스 된 족보 영화를 줄이거든 가서 줄이는 춘주래 고야한테 족보 영거든 다된 족고 말해스.
So what we want, is all these realizations to come very fast, but don't make enough effort. So if we don't make the effort, we will not, have those realizations, right?
So 가서 그러나 냠렘바 족보 냠렘바지 차나 되긴도 했어. 되긴도 왔어.
So don't we wish to become a great practitioner?
Right? 니나야 대영화라 깔리자 그러는 거서 깔린다가 자토면 너다 저도 대소요 말아.
So, but in order to become a great practitioner, you have to, keep on practicing, right? You have to work very hard, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that, and many of us don't even have a time to do that, right?
그래서 칼라 신보지 산에 들어다 칼라 신보도 산에 들어와라 칼라 신보도 소는 뭐 소니 말하나 사야도 연구 말아.
And so, if you want to, eat a very delicious food, then you have to make a equal amount of the effort, right? So if you don't make the effort, you will not be able to enjoy a delicious food.
Then you always go to eat the fast food. Right? Then we become very big. There's a fast food, you makes it big. We don't call it another word, just we say big. People doesn't like to say another word, I just say big. 근데 되죠. 다. 근데 다 샤제 말아 그냥 담으셔. 다 땡가도 오늘 다 제가 상가도 얘기를 준 것도 얘기를 것도 얘기를 것도 다들 다 가로. 맞다서 삼도 누가 맨나 다 지제도 대마도 와서. 샤제 마이 이제 얘기도 다 맞추죠. 얘기도 다 맞추죠. 뭐도.
And then it says, although my projects are many, none of them are completed, right? So, we touch into doing so many different things. We want to do this, we want to do that, but none of them are completed. We're not finished with one, then we touch something else, and then we're not finished with that, and then touch another thing. So we have so many things to do, but we have not completed any of them. And so here also we can apply this, to the practice.
로 가시를 당가 조바시고 냐네 제고 텔레치 트라치 그래서 대원 다 조금 말이 가시가 가데샤를 지문 냐네 제고 대원 다 조금 말이 가시가 로섬 삼섬 되고 대조 대원 다 맞죠 맞죠 그래서 근데 가시 따뜻는 뭐뭐요 와서
So here we can apply this to the practice. It's like some people think, I want to practice the great completion stage, and they practice, but they didn't, they couldn't before they could gain any realizations. Then they stop there, and then they say, oh, now I'm going to do Mahamudra practice. And then they engage in the Mahamudra practice, and then before they can complete it or gain any realizations on it, and they says, I'm going to do now 3 years retreat, 3 years, 3 months, 3 days retreat, and and then even before you can finish that, say, oh, this is too long, and I want to go do something else, and then you go and do something else. So keep on doing so many different things, but not completing any of them.
로 also some people they I like to Geluk tradition. They try to Geluk tradition. It's not really work. I like to Nima tradition. Then they try to that. It's not working same. They, I'm going to Kaju tradition. Then some Westerns go to fourth wherein we call lineage
Traditions.
traditions, right? We don't say it's schools, right?
Schools, or no, tradition, I think.
Tradition, I think tradition or lineages. Yeah, some Western people try to for both them. They say, oh, I was then this, I was Rime. Sometimes they say that. Therefore, it's any practice is same. There's nothing easy. It's nothing easy. But people just heard things, then they say, try that, it's not working. Then try that, it's not working. Try that, that's not working. I think this is Western more. Then try that. Then some different teacher there says, oh, maybe I tried this teacher, not working. Then I look this book, maybe some different book, like that. Try to different books. It's same, right? Are you guys also reading many different books? Maybe this one better, maybe this one better, maybe this one better. You want to do that? What? Therefore, it's all the books, maybe they're different experience. But the result is same, you have to method. Without effort, if we don't get any results, right? If you can read every day maybe 100 different books, doesn't matter. Without effort, same, before one. If cook is here, you doesn't go there, you doesn't take you, doesn't work. If you know cook is there, you know that cook is eat good, but you doesn't eat, same doesn't work. Therefore, then you guys say, okay, I'm going to study Longram, then it's too complicated to go to the guide to the Bodhisattva, read that, doesn't work. Go to different Longram texts, doesn't work. Or go to some different, someone very famous scholars, Japsi Hopkins, what then. And then Robert Thurman's book, we go there, right? Same. Or maybe go some special Geshe, famous Geshe, go read that. Same. I think you guys have many different books. Even I have also a lot of different books, But we all, try to different. But the result is nothing easy. You have to do effort. Therefore, we are start many things, but nothing complete. Therefore, we start stuck here. We with our stuck, we call center the mud. Then we just walk, then go down, walk down that. 어디다 딴데 인디 거랑 가서 살았던 건데 이거는 가서 빼. 나도 고치 쉬우시라도 왔어.
So this makes sense, a lot of sense, to our life also, right?
그래서 간지 냠내 야보 쟁이들에나 거는 진 레라우 쉬어 제여서 제 쉬어 있나? 남비 주도 제시나요 레라우 쉬어 제여서.
So if you know how to do it, the way to do it, then it can be done very easily.
그러나 강한 제시들 간지 다 소소 개와 봐 지라여서 로나 누나 녀나 사나 토나.
So if you know the right way to do it, then anything you do can be turned into Dharma practice.
Sure.
So even you are eating, you're sleeping, you're walking, everything can be turned into Dharma practice.
가데 저도 gondani kumag시나 양치 소소치 니마치 레카데 콜소노 타마데바치 사니 레카 콜소노 타마데바치 계속 제서 무슨 데르사노 마타와치 지 야만나치 라강난 게 잘라도 가네가네 요와서 라도 지시레 가네가네 요와서 사지 코도 유엔다가 되는 걸 섬단다 니 저거 그노 그랬어.
And so if you're having hard time to fall asleep, then don't think about what you did yesterday, or don't think about what you're going to do tomorrow at your work, right, in your office, what you're going to do tomorrow. But rather think about Buddha's qualities, and think about the Dharma practices, compassion, love, and so forth. Then you fall asleep very easily.
그래? 나 리사도 엄마는 배마고. 가르나 코 개외스메마다 개외스인데 가르나 뜨무고 코 뜨무고 해야 돼. 가르나 코 개외스면 레더서.
So they say that sleep is a part of ignorance. So, and then every time the virtuous mind arises, the ignorance also try to come there. And then so when you generate a virtuous mind, then sleep will come very easily.
아니 니 되라 그래서 나 주대치 뭐시라 추 가와지는 같은 로기였어. 아니 나 못사시라 예스. 아니 로고시라 메스. 아니 지금 뭐 모사당. 아니 얘네한테 주는 로페면이라 그랬어.
And so there's a story about the sleep. The sleep says, "I'm very pious, like virtuous, pious, because I go everywhere there's a Dharma practice. So whenever people trying to practice Dharma, I go there. And I'm very pious." And then he said, "I'm very shy. I don't go to the place where there are many people. So when there are many people gathering, you don't fall asleep, right?" And then he says, "And I'm very coward, because I don't go when there is a fighting. When there are people, when the people are fighting or angry and shouting at each other, I don't go there. So when that's happening, you don't fall asleep, right? So that's what it means."
Okay? Therefore try, when you sleeping, you thinking maybe quality of Guru or quality of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then just, we all come here, we say, okay, yeah, Buddha Shakyamuni there, then our Shakyamuni there, like that, and all. Like that thinking you sleep, your whole sleep become virtuous. Right? Then I already told you, when you're walking before morning, you take the motivation to benefit all some people. When you're eating, first you're offering, and second your generosity, then all things you can put the practice, something virtuous. If we don't know, then whatever we do, all go to non-virtuous actions. Therefore, depends our just, switch of the two different switches. Just if you push that switch, we don't want to switch off on. Try to some switch off, some switch on. It's a little change. This is every day, slowly. Okay? Not just Geshe said, the text says, it's true or not, that's thinking. I'm doing too many things. I like to do too many things. But did I finish? Let's talk about not just you're going to do something, killing here. You leave there, you doesn't finish. This also, sometimes people do, right? They do something that doesn't finish. Maybe takes maybe months, maybe years. But this text specifically they talk about practice. You try this one, doesn't work. Try this one, doesn't work. Then one day I like to donation my books for the center. There's a lot of things people happen. They shows that people are very strong. And then tamachivi pain. Oh, that's just.
So that also shows, people having a strong desire and a small effort, right?
Okay. Like that, I think then Yeah, then check, if I am the person or not. I'm thinking this verse is very, very 당한소도 뺀다고 was.
So it applies to us, to our life, right?
I think very,
This
very.
verse.
We try many things, we wish many things that we doesn't effort. Then we try many things that we never finish. Therefore, it's very, very. 근데 다 대용화도 가르쳤나 대양한테는 용화도 가르치는 데나 간소 때 삼순이 적어 말이나 간소 토지에 또봐 단지 말이 봐도 영화도 집어내 드리는 거다 그래서.
And again, so anyway, so this, is very true with our life, and it happens a lot, to us, right? Many of us, we do the same thing, and it's not that we're doing it intentionally, right? It says, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do so many things, and I'm not going to complete any of them. We're not thinking like that and then doing it like that, right? It happens, and then what makes it happen is the self-grasping ignorance. That's the false construction.
어떻게다 다 단지 말이 반대 매와 소야기 아니 다음에 또 배셔럽다 아니 샴바다 니제 아니 제체바도 첸전이 땅에질라 아니 매와 그 깨와서로나 라치바도 첸전 매와서로나 진질라로나 다 진질라고 그래서
And so then we make this a beseech or we make a request to the deity to destroy this false construction which causes us to have a strong desire yet not making any efforts, and who makes us to do so many different things but yet not being able to complete any of them, and so to destroy that mind which causes us to do that, and also bless us to be able to generate the mind that will destroy this false construction. Thus, the mind that sees all things are empty of an inherent existence, empty of true existence, and then mind that generous, loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and the mind that cherishes others, to develop that. So request the deity to for the blessings, to be able to generate those minds.
대다 좀더 드만 동이 봐. If you guys research the Tara pray, research Tara, okay? Pray for Tara, Mother Tara. Then the benefit for Tara. If you really effort, you really, believe her. Also, when you have mind thinking, oh, today I'm not going to center. This is your mind blessing from the Maharaj. When even you are very something, maybe busy that you say, oh, I have to go center. This is the blessing, Mother Tara, then deities, the gurus, give the blessing for your mind. Others, Buddha's blessing is not, oh, this is Buddha's blessing. Not like that. The blessing for our mind. Mind say, oh, I like to some other things to do. I can do next day, next time. Like that, blessing means not blessing, not like blessing pill. Bless our mind. You say, oh, today I'm tired, then I'm just sleep. Then the Maravan. It's a Maravan. Then you say, oh, even after to go there, then the Mara lost. Like that, okay? Okay. Then thank you. Then any questions? Yes.
Just wondering, the meaning directly of false construction, is that the conceptual mind that sees true existence?
Right, false construction is topa 신종을 뭐라 했어요, right? topa에서 데려왔어. 나 가서 덴바르면 또 topa 데려왔어. Yes.
다들 나도 말과 또나 다 또봐 시험을 또 시험을 또 봤어.
So if you see the things as they are, like if you see the things being empty of existing from their own side, then that's the a correct construction, the right construction.
다당 아주 롤 가려 나왔나 다랑은 좀 난거다 가도 난거 와도 신경 말 들어.
So many of us, we don't even realize that things appear as exist from their own side, even though they appear to exist from their own side, but we don't realize that they are appearing as exist from their own side.
그리고 그래서 다 들리고 똑같아 메워서 그래서 다때 메워 틴트서 희고 그래서.
And so that the mind, that mind which sees the things as exist from their own side is the mistaken mind. So that's the mind we should try to destroy, try to eliminate.
오케이? 가상이 실라야 맞다디. 갑데 변화 가유를 삼 다데 가유에 말고 안 자마로 와서 가유를 삼다나 다 가유를 삼을 로텔로 로셔레스 다데 가유만 봐 가디 또나 다고 따다 또 소마르 이지 내려오대 가유도 가로 셔고 근데 단 자마로 와서 단데 셔고 삼는 로지요나 다티 셔고만 받는 가디 또나 다로 따다 또 가로 이지 내려오대.
So just like the example I gave earlier, before, about the cup, the cup that is made of ceramics. Yeah? So if you think it's made of glass, then it's mistaken, right? So the mind, which when you generate the mind that thinks this cup, or that knows that this cup is the mind that knows this cup is made of ceramics, and then you have eliminated that, false construction, thinking that this cup is made of a glass.
그래서 나도 쭉 가리 나와는 가도 다디 나와도 강가 찾아 랑은 들어 짜냐 나대 그래서.
And so just like that, everything that appears to us, appears as exists from their own side.
아니 지난 가도 다 샘거 어떤 랑 저거 말 상보되나 다고 나도 휴지한다 다디 시험을 반도셔 그러고.
So there is appearance and grasping. So there's a two, right? So that appears as exists from its one side, and we grasp it as exists from its one side, right? So there are two different things, right? Two different things. So when we know conceptually, when we have the intellectual knowledge about the things that do not exist from their one side, when we have that intellectual knowledge, right? Not the realization, but the knowledge, right? Intellectual knowledge. Yeah, from studying books, reading books, we can have that intellectual knowledge of knowing that things do not exist from their one side, right? So to that mind, things still appear as existing from their one side, but the grasping is not there. I mean, depending on how strong it is, right? So it's not very strong. Maybe there is some, but it's not strong. It's not thinking that yes, it is existing from its one side. It's not there, but it's that's so beautiful. Oh, that's so nice, like that kind of mind. When you see that, then that is a sign that the things are appearing as existing from their one side.
Okay, like that. This is we have to slowly thinking how we catch slowly. It's not easy. Understand? Okay? Yeah, you have.
So when you talk about things appear to us, inferentially, if you realize it appears that way, but you don't grasp that. When you become an Arya, does it no longer appear at all like that?
돈이 모서는 남이 말한다라. 나와는 시머니가 요마라. 돈이 모서 돈아.
나는 그거다. 바바들로 나는 그 대만 나는 거이나 고소 나한테 영원 조건 티원 조건 말았어.
네.
내가 연락을 왔어. 나 고소 나와이나 고소.
다 가서 유마켄다 오더라.
그 나가다 그 나한테 너무 많이 받고 고소 하도 그러더라. 유마켄하시.
Yes. So yeah, they still have the appearance. So they have the appearance. It will appear as existing from their one side, but they will not have any clinging, grasping at it as existing from their one side. Just like the magician, a magician who turns a piece of wood or stone into a horse, and then other people they think it's a horse, it appears as horse, and they also think it is a horse, But the magician it also appears as horse, but he knows, oh, this is a piece of stone that I created it as a horse, It's not horse. He doesn't think it's horse, but it appears as a horse to him. So that's how it is, to the Arya beings. They have realized emptiness directly, so they don't have that grasping at all. But it still appears as existing from their own side.
At what point does it no longer appear like that? Maybe what stage?
나와다 시면이 거기다 그랬어.
셴바데 동만행에서 돈을 거디는 가로 그러봤어. 셴바데 나 빠지 싹 좋아라 되나이라 그러봤어.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's on the 8th, 9th or 10th ground. Or 10th ground is the one you become Buddha. On the 9th ground, 8th or 9th ground. Yeah.
그 되나요 그랬어. 얘는 다 셴바요 말다. 셴바 그만 동만이 가디 돈을 딱 말만 다 쳤다고.
So, so when you have realized emptiness directly, since then you don't have the grasping, but you still have the appearance. Yeah. But the appearance, will stop at that level. Maybe it's an 8th or 9th level, and then of course when you reach the 10th level, definitely, yeah.
근데 그 나도 맞아 또 사도 그 나와는 다들 그 말이 되는 거니 그 뒤고 내 지도가 말도 거지.
And so because he has no grasping, yeah, and then even though it appears as a horse, to the magician will not think it's a horse, it will not think just like that. The Arya beings, and even though it appears as a from inside, they know it's not everything. So that appearance will not be able to cause them any harms.
그냥 안돌아 지금 자로 막아들이나 소소 나나지 따때가 레스는 건도 때 내가 공조 시나 깨그러 왔어. 그때가 많이 받아도 그딱그 나래 맞도 딱 그거네 말해서는 그 디정원 진짜 너무 깨도 말어. 너무 깨고 말어.
So to us, when they appear as when they appear as something, then we also grasp it as that thing. Like if somebody appears as an enemy to us, we also think the enemy to them, right? As this is enemy, yes, and I must kill him or destroy him and things like that. So and then from that, we'll do many bad things, which will cause harm to us, right? And so the Arya beings will not have that. Will not have that. Even though they appear as an enemy, from their mind, say, oh no, there's no enemy from their own side. It's all my projection, like that. So they are able to control their mind, and thereby those thoughts will not be able to cause any harm to them.
대상 안돌아 지금 나 양원의 지 고치 전에 대래 삼는 건도 디정원 로샤기로 왔어. 근데 너무 못 깨그랬어.
And to us, we follow those appearance. When the things appear as such and such, we think it is such and such, and then we just follow that thought, and then end up creating all these different kind of karmas and delusions, right? And attachment, anger, hatred, ignorance, all this comes from that, right?
And then one last question. So when you become a Buddha, things no longer at all appear like that.
No.
So how do things appear? Like how would a Buddha see this table? How would it appear to a Buddha?
That's the question.
하고서
그래서
상계를 가려난 그랬어.
사제를 추이 탐제 다 가르노.
랑은 모르는
다
그랬어.
랑은 맞아. 다 그게 내서 되는 거래 들어. 정말 좋은 거 말이야.
So if you're asking Buddha will not see the table, no, it's not like that. Buddha will still see the table. It's just he will not see it as existing from his own side. And it will not appear as existing. So how it will appear to the Buddha is it will appear as being lack of existence from his own side. Empty of existence from his own side.
So the emptiness will appear to the Buddha.
Yes. Yeah.
Form is empty.
So that's the reality, as they are, just as they are. So the way it is, is the way it appears to the Buddha. It's not to the way it appears to us.
And there's no more separation between form and emptiness at that point. Then.
Form and emptiness?
Like the emptiness will appear as.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay, then we stop. We have the question. So on. Okay, chanting master.
Sashi Foki Juxi Metu Rami Rablinji Nide Kempari Sange Jesu lame kushe rabden chingna kartrinle chokchur ye pardon los hankyempe drone sasum hidro wemusel tagu negurji Hidam Guratnamandavakamni Hatayami. From my two collections, vast is space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds with demise blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach the state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives manusri. May I find the best of complete greater paths with the teachings, Buddhist by teaching. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings. With the points of the path as I have discerned them, may I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this great course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhists and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent path never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhists. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity in that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy. May Hortensian Gyatso Tenrei remain in life till sorrow then. Page 49. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manyu's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior, myself, and others your disciples, please, please live long. Page 57. Through this virtue